if I can get this in focus. Hey everybody, I've got this really cool old vintage from the 60s Hurst pistol grip that I want to do some special things with. So first thing I got to do though is somewhere over the decades this hole got stripped. It was thread size that was larger than what I would want anyways for today. So we're going to do some aluminum brazing, drilling, and tapping. Stand by. This aluminum brazing rod, at least that's what I call it, has a very low melting temperature. It melts right about 800 degrees, maybe even a little bit less than that. So this is what we're going to be using to fill that hole. Now that's a very deep hole. I've got to be careful not to hurt the aluminum on the shifter handle, but I don't think that'll be a problem. But I'll be melting this down into that hole, and I want to completely fill it. And that hole is about 2 1/4 inches deep or so. It's quite deep. I didn't measure it, I eyeballed it, but it's going to take a fair amount of this to do. Now you can use MAP gas, you can use propane. It doesn't take any like oxygen, acetylene, or anything like that to melt this material. It's low temp, so let's go for it. Try not to burn your rag while you're doing it. I don't want to mark up the handle. So we're just going to start heating this. It's important first to preheat what you're going to be brazing. I'm going to go grab my infrared non-contact thermometer. Right now, down near the base where I didn't put any heat on it directly, it's about 103 degrees, 109 degrees. But as you know, aluminum is a heat sink. Let's see where I heated at. It's about the same, so maybe a little bit more here. 112. See if you can see that in the camera. I'm not sure as I move it and around. Okay, that's what I wanted to know though, so I don't overheat it.
That's up to about 230 degrees near the top. Down inside it's 240, so it is heating up good. Down here it's 200 degrees. I hope you can see the red light on the thermometer. Okay, we're up here on that surface at about 300 degrees. Let's do it a little bit more. We want to make sure we're getting up the temperature down in the hole. Like I said, it's very deep. 300 and about 300, just over 300 pounds down in the bottom.
This brazing rod is also very strong. You'd be surprised at what you can do with it. Like I said, I'm going to be drilling this out and tapping it as we go through this process. And, you know, it's pretty durable stuff. And for something like this, absolutely lasts forever. It'll probably be stronger than the original threads were. Okay, 350, about 350. I'm going to go a little bit more on it. Then I'm going to see if we can start dripping some brazing down in there and start a puddle. Okay, there it goes. This is going to take a while because there's so much to fill. I probably won't make you watch the whole thing, but I'll get it started, kind of show you what we're doing with it, and then I'll do the rest of it off camera. Look and see how much brazing rod I have. Hopefully I've got enough for this. Got some building up on the side there. I'm going to see if I can melt that down. Hard going down into a hole like this. There we go. Okay, that's coming off really nicely. If I had a third hand, I'd videotape down in there so you can see what's happening. But I don't. I don't know if I mentioned, but this hole right now is about 3/4 of an inch diameter. It's actually filling up pretty good. I'm going to heat that up some more down in there without any rod. Okay, I'm only stopping for a second here because I don't want this to get cool at all. But you can see how nice of a, I think you can see that this light is hard to deal with. Let's turn it off. You can kind of see how nicely that's filling that hole. I did not score up the inside of that hole. All I used was a stainless steel brush. I cleaned it with acetone, but so much of the old thread was still remaining. I'm confident that that's going to hold that in really well. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I just filled the remainder of that hole, and I thought I had my camera on, but I didn't. But you can see that the built it up maybe 1/16 to an 1/8 inch over this bottom surface here, which is the top right now. And the bottom of the hole is way down here below the R. So that's how much material we filled up. It took 3.5 rods of aluminum to do. And so now it's just a matter of giving it some time to cool down. Once it's cooled down, I will file this off with a flat file, and then we'll lay it out and get ready to drill the hole and tap it. Okay, and if all goes well, you get a really nice smooth surface here. You can almost see the different colors of the alloy where the hole is here, and then the outer edges. But anyways, that's what it looks like once you basically get it cleaned up. I'm going to do some cleanup also on the handle itself. Maybe I'll try some Scotch-Brite first and see how it looks. I just want to get it cleaned up. It's been a few years since anything's been done with it. I should have said it's been a few decades since anything's been done with it.